Hello everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals, and I'm happy to be back with you today. I am continuing on in my series From Inspiration to Junk Journal. It's series number 6, and this is going to be part 3. So if you recall, the inspiration for this whole journal is this gorgeous tapestry that I found at a thrift shop. Oh, love that. And so I've gone through with you guys in the previous tutorials here on how I put together the cover. And another thing that I went over was this gorgeous marriage contract. So we are going to continue on today with some further decorating and embellishing for what we've got going on inside here, and I'm so excited about it. But first off, I wanted to say thank you to a couple of my subscribers for leaving wonderful comments. Thank you to Veronica and to Sherry. I appreciate your comments, and I love when you guys comment on my videos. It just brings me so much joy, so keep them coming. Thank you all. So, like I said, we're going to continue on here today, and this is so fun. I've been flipping it back and forth, and it's cool because I don't even know which way to flip it, which is so fun because both ways are just as cool as the other. So with that being said, I've started to put together my signatures, but we're not going to attach those today. But there is going to be 2 sets of signatures in this flip-flop journal. There's going to be one right here. I'm going to take that out. And there's going to be one right here. This is where the original was. You guys can see where the hole was for the original marriage contract. So we're going to have 2 signatures in this journal, but I'm not going to concentrate on those today. The last video we did is the tall, tattered pages, and I did do that with you on the tutorial here. So what I wanted to do today was add some more hinges. So we have some more fold-outs in our flip-flop journal. So what I've done, and I've clipped these on with a paper clip just so that I remember where they're at, is I have taken 2 pieces of cardstock. Here's one here, and this is from Everlasting Journals, the kit that I'm working on with this journal. Isn't that pretty? And I did 2 pieces of cardstock glued together because I wanted, I like my pages, my flip-flops to be sturdier, like I like my tags. I didn't want this just to be a regular piece of scrapbook paper. So what I did was like I said, I took 2 pieces of cardstock and glued them together. And I also sewed around the edge with a decorative stitch, and I added this gorgeous embossed piece of cardstock. And I'm going to show you, can you guys see that gold there? I found a new product. Oh, where has this been all my life? I don't know, but I'm going to share that with you today. So that one's going to go there. And this one, same kind of deal, sewed around the edges. It's going to go right along here. So what I want to do is create some hinges. Let me move all this stuff out of the way so that, because you guys know how I get crowded. So that one's going to go on this side. This is going to go right here. So what I want to do is create a hinge so that it folds out like that. But this is where you have to think ahead of time, or at least I do. I'm thinking, okay, do I want something on the back? And the answer is yes, I do. So whenever I can, I try to think ahead and think, well, what am I going to use on this? Am I going to attach anything else? I'm going to put a tag on it. You know, what additional things am I going to put on this? And I do want to do a belly band across the back. So what I'm going to grab here is some more of the digitals that I printed out on my heavy cardstock. It's a 48-pound presentation paper. Now cardstock can be up to 65-pound or even 110, but just so long as it's a sturdier paper, that works for me. So what I'm going to do is just cut up a belly band here. So what do I want to use on the back? I don't know. So let's just pick one of these. They're all so pretty, right? You can't go wrong. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Just pick one, Pam. All right. I don't know what I think. Oh, such decisions. Now, I don't want to cut up that gorgeous flower and scroll, so I'm not going to use that one. Let's see. Maybe just the top of this one right here. So let's just do it before I sit there and think too much, right? Okay, so I am going to just take out my paper cutter here and cut across the top, easy enough. We're going to put that right across the center. Now that is definitely easy, right? But for me, just attaching it before I do my hinge onto the journal page makes it so much easier for me. And, you know, that's just how I like to work. But, you know, that always works better for me because I find once it's attached, sometimes I'm trying to fiddle around with it and it doesn't fit exactly and, you know, it's too tight and, So, I hope you guys are all doing well today. It is an absolutely gorgeous day out today. And I'm thinking, oh, well, I need to be outside, but I don't really because my husband and I went for a hike around our, you know, our neighborhood and just up on the trails. And so that was good to get out before it got too hot and, you know, get some exercise in. I'm trying to get on a routine because for me, you know, as soon as I wake up, I want to come up here and start doing my stuff, right? But it is important to get your exercise in. So I'm not trying to preach at you guys. I'm more talking to myself here and saying, okay, you know, you got to get your behind out there and move. Okay, so I am going to create a hinge with some fabric. And these are the fabrics that I'm thinking of using. Aren't these pretty? Oh, look at these. These are just from my scrap fabric stash. Let me hold them up. I love these. Love these. And this little guy, I don't even know where I got this. This was in my scrap paper or fabric bin. Oh, and then look at this one. I don't know. They're all going to go, you guys. Looks really good. I don't know. So I just want to use this cutie. So we're going to. All right. So what I want to do is before I secure this to this, I'm going to have to stop the camera for 2 seconds and I'm going to sew along the side. Now you definitely don't have to do that. I would just make it sure it's really glued down. But for me, I like that additional reinforcement. But if you don't have a sewing machine, another thing you could do, and I just thought of this, is to add maybe a brad right here, or maybe even punch an eyelet through here. Maybe I'll do that on one side. Oh, I'm going to do that. See how my mind works? Oh, but I am going to sew right down here. So hold on 1 second and I'll be right back. All right, easy enough. See, I just sewed along this edge here. And like I said, on this side, let's just put an eyelet there. One thing leads to another with crafting. Okay, so I've got my eyelets here, and we're just gonna plop one on here. What color? I don't know. I'll probably do like this, you know, this burnished bronze color here. I like that. I tend to use those a lot. All right, so let's just get out the crocodile. Love this thing. And we're going to just put it right, eyeball it in the center there. Yay. All right, so that's going to fold out like that. Looks fabulous. And then, well, what can you put in here? Well, sky's the limit. You could add a dangle. You could do a ribbon. Just, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but this just gives me more ideas to, you know, do stuff. All right. So like I said, with this Inspiration to Junk Journals series, hold on. There we go. It's kind of a come along and craft with me. And I love that. I feel so connected to you guys, like you guys are right here. So I love that. Love it. All right, so that's gonna look like that, right? Now, on this side, this is what we did in the last video. I've got a belly band right here. Now what I am going to do is I am going to sew all the way around all of the borders, but I'm not going to do that on camera, but I'm kind of thinking out loud. So we've got 2 tags here, right? I'm going to remove those because I want to figure out where my little fabric hinge is going to go. All right. And I don't want it to impede or, you know, compete with this belly band here. So let's see, which way do I want these guys? I kind of want them, just going to cut this in half here. And you don't need to make your hinges very big, I don't think, unless you're really wanting to attach something really heavy. Let me see how long these are. It's about 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. So those are really relatively small. All right, so what I want to do I like it like that or like that? Yeah, I like it like that. Okay, just gonna go with it here. And kind of position it so that it is half on each side, right? So take out my fabric tack and just get that baby down there. And as you guys know, I'm just eyeballing here. I love to mix patterns and mix fabrics. This is cool. This looks so good. Oh. All right, easy enough. Make sure that's secured down. That guy's moving a little bit. All right. Flip this guy over. And then it's going to go like that. And I like to leave a teeny bit of space between the, you know, the 2 pages here. So probably 1/8 of an inch, just so that it folds over easier. All right, get a lot on this guy here. Get the strings out of the way. Oops, this needs some more down here. All right, put that down there. And secure it down. Make sure it's stuck. I'm pushing really hard, you guys. And then see how it folds over. Yep. Now see that little bit of extra right there, I think is really important because it will fold flat and it doesn't, you know, the pages don't abut each other so they get in each other's way and that kind of thing. So there's one. Now we're not done, but we're done with this particular hinge for now. All right, so we are going to do the other one. Now this one is a large, this is a large page here. So like I said, it's just 2 pieces of cardstock glued together because I like patterns on both sides. But there again, that's, you know, personal preference for me. Let's see, how did I want this? Did I want it like that so that it folds like that? Or this so that it folds like this? See, and I don't know, it really doesn't matter, does it? But I kind of like her on the outside. So I think we're going to go with her like that. Now what I want to do is on this corner, get my corner rounder here and round those corners. Whoops. Told you, stuff is flying when I get going. Watch out. All right. Okay, now let's think about this here for a second. She's going to go like this, right? So she's like that. Okay, so now another pattern. Oh, look at this one. Love that. Love that. And love that. Oh, I don't know, you guys. I don't know. That looks pretty good on the outside of that, right? Or does this one look better? That one's pretty cool too. Oh, that one looks really good too. Oh, I think I'm gonna go with this one. Maybe we'll use these somewhere else. Okay, so I'll put that over there off to the side. So same deal here. Going to cut this up. Let's see. What did I say? 1.5 by 1.5? Ugh. Can eyeball it, but kind of make them kind of the same, right? One and a half. This is 1.5 by 2, but okay, whatever. Now, did you guys notice I use scissors with both hands? That's a story I shared with you guys a while ago. I'm kind of ambidextrous with stuff, and it's due to when I was growing up, they didn't have left-handed desks or left-handed scissors, so I had to learn to cut right-handed. All right, so if this, now wait a second, hold on, I think I'm backwards. See, because this is a fold out here, so, oh, golly, I want it this way, right? Okay, geez, I'm glad I looked at that. All right, so she is going to go like that. All right, so I messed up, but that's okay. That's not even a mess up. Whatever. Okay, so she's going to fold like that or fold like that. I don't know. Oh, we'll just go with it. All right, so there again, I don't want it to impede this right here. Okay, kind of thinking out loud here. See, like I said in the beginning, there's so many different ways to fold this journal. I don't even know which way it goes. Well, even, you know, there's really not a right or wrong way. So what am I doing here? I'll glue it on this side first. Glue it on this side first. And then glue this one up here. Okay. All right, so it's going to go like that, right? Now, it's going to flip out like that. Okay, suit. Now I got it. Now I got it. Jeez. I kind of want this one in the middle though. I mean, this in the middle of this larger one, so about the same distance from the top and the bottom. So I'm just eyeballing again, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And leaving that little space in the middle there. I got a little bit of extra glue here, so I want to get rid of that. So the whole thing doesn't get stuck together, right? Okay. Now we're going to do something different with this hinged page also. So I didn't want to add another belly band on this one. We're going to do something different with this one. All right. Let's see how that works. See how that looks. And that looks fabulous. So I've got a fold out there. This folds in, I think. I don't know. See? There. So there are two of the hinged pages. Yay! So how am I doing on time here? All right, because I just want to keep going with you guys. So let's see. What I want to do is, let's do some further embellishing. Okay. Now, this is how I look at my journals when I'm doing them, is sometimes I look at it by page, but there's other times when I look at it by type of embellishment or what I want to do throughout the journal. So that is what I think I'm going to do. So let me move this stuff out of the way here. And I want to add some embossing powder just because I love it. I absolutely love it. If you guys have not tried this, I highly encourage it. And I was intimidated when I first started. This is Ranger embossing powder, and this is Princess Gold, and I got it in a bunch of different colors. And this is a Versamark stamp pad, and it's clear, so it really creates the stickum, the stickiness to glue on your embossing powder. Okay, so let's just do it. All right, so I've got out some of my favorite swirlies, and yes, this is very old and I've tried to clean it and it doesn't clean, but I've got a French postcard stamp, I got some filigree frames, I've got this gorgeous stamp. This was from Your Creative Studio. Isn't that pretty? Oh, so we're gonna just start embellishing some pages. So let's see what we got here. I don't know. I'm thinking this one needs something. Just because it's there. But I think also this one does. So, all right. I think that looks so cool. Oh. You guys, this is fun. This is so fun. So I don't know where to start. I really don't. Oh. Okay. All right, well, let's just go with it here. We're going to put something down here. So I'm going to get this out and just do one right across the bottom there. So I'll show you how I do this if you guys aren't familiar with this. Let me move all my other stuff out of the way here. Get some room. Is basically you take your stamp and you get a good amount of the sticky, clear Versamark pad. Can you see that? How it's kind of shiny? Let me stand up. You can kind of see there it is. You can see the outline, and that is the stickum. So I'm gonna move that, and we're just gonna plant this down. I'm gonna stand up so I can see what I'm doing here. And try not to move it once you put it down. That's just for a you know, a good image from your stamp. Remove that. And you can kind of see, there it is right there. Can you see that? Around there. Now what I'm going to do is take just a piece of paper and put it underneath here. I'm going to sprinkle that embossing powder all over this one little image. And yes, you do put a lot on there. And I think when I first started this, I'm like, oh no, I'm going to run out of this in, you know, like 2 uses. No, you're not. Because most of it comes off. And I'm going to move this right onto my piece of paper here. And you can see it's kind of dull, but you can see that there. And another thing that if you want to, and I don't think it'll matter this much on this particular stamp that I have going, since I have a lot of patterns on the back, is you can take a you know, a paintbrush here, and if you can see any of the extra that is still attached to your page, some of the powder, you can just wipe it off like that. All right, so I'm going to move that out of the way. And I'm going to put all this back in. And there you have it. Yay, all that's done. Yippee! All right, so then you take your heat gun, and I'm going to get this warmed up for just a second. You can do it on low or high. So sorry if it's loud, it's just going to be a second here. Move this out of the way. See, there's nothing on the table. And the fun stuff starts happening. Now I can see a little bit of extra around there. I'm just going to get that off. The fun stuff is when you see it start to change. And you hold it about 3 to 4 inches from the paper. You don't want to get too close, but you'll be able to see it when it starts turning. There it goes. Can you see that? Oh. Don't want to get too close because it'll bubble and it'll ruin your image. And trust me, I've done that. I'm going to go around a little bit more. And you can see where you didn't get and what you did get. Bam. There you go. Doesn't that look fabulous? Ah-ha! Ooh! I love that. So I am going to continue on and do some more of that. And I'll do that off camera. I just wanted to show you that that is one of the things that I like to do when I'm looking at my pages for some decorating here. So what else can we do? Well, like I said, we're going to add something right here. So let me get out. Let's see what kind of ribbon I have. Let me move my papers out of the way. Let's see what ribbon I have. Where is my stash? Here it is. As you guys know, with each of my journals, I do put together a stash of supplies. This is my ribbon and paper and all that kind of jazz. That one looks really pretty. This is the same one as this is on the cover. That one looks really pretty. What else? Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I was gonna put some silk ribbon. Oh, doesn't that look good? Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Okay. Going with some more pattern mixing, you guys. So what I want to do is I want to stick this. Now, do I want a bow? Probably, because you know me, I'm kind of a bow kind of girl. So I don't even know if I need to. Let me grab my pokey tool. I don't need to thread it through any special way. Let's just see how this looks. I hope this is long enough. It might not be. I don't know. Let me look at that. To me, I'm not sure. I'm wanting it a little bit longer is what I'm thinking. So let me see if I have a longer piece of ribbon here. I do. Let me cut some off. I'm going to do that. Where's my scissors? Oh, there they are. Let me find the end of this. And you know how sometimes with sari silk, when they attach edges together and sew them together, I want that a little bit longer. So I'm going to cut this one off right along the edge there. And then cut this one off. All right, now this is probably too long, but that's all right. Oops, and now I did the double. Oh, don't think I need to do the double here. Let's see. I don't know. See, am I liking that? I'm liking that better. I like to puff out the bow a little bit. Okay, so there is that. Now that looks absolutely fabulous. And on this side, we have our tuck, our little belly band there. So I'm going to create a tag for that. And then I'm going to create another tag for that. And what else can we put on here? I don't know. I'm thinking we have to add some fabric. Don't you think? Yes, we do. So let me grab some more of my fabric stash here. This one looks really pretty. Oh, I might use that. That's really pretty. Oh, wow. This is really cute. Oh, love all this stuff. So this is kind of how I roll, you guys. I just look at my pages and go, what does this need? What does it need? I don't know. And then I've got a bunch up here too. I haven't decided. That looks really pretty. All right, we might have to use that. I'll cut this up. Because I like to be random with these kind of things. And fray the edges, you know, get it kind of so that it looks a little, you know, worn, not, oh, that looks really good. Should I just do that? I'm not covering her up because I don't want to do that. All right, we're just going to go with it. It just adds so much. And I do like it when it sticks out the side there too. And sticks out at the bottom. So I'm going to move it down a little bit and just kind of do my scrunch so that it's not lying totally flat. Because I just think, for me, I like it when they stick up a little bit, like that. Get that going. Make sure it's stuck down. Yep, look how cool that looks, you guys. Look at that. And it doesn't impede the hinge, you know, the fold out there. So, And I'm thinking this is a little bit too long now that I'm looking at it, but what I am going to do is I'll probably just shorten that, but I'll do that later also. So, you know, rather than keeping you guys for an hour, I am going to just attach, let me see, what am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. Hold on one second here. I wanted to attach one more hinge on this. Like that. Okay. So I think I'm going to do that. And I'm going to attach it in a similar way, but rather than, like I said, make this video really, really long, is I'm going to cut it into 2 parts. So this is going to be part 1 of the embellishing of the tall journal pages, and I'm going to come back very soon, and we're going to do a part 2. So stay with me. I'm going to gather some more ideas, and then we're going to continue on decorating our pages. So thanks for watching today. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.